Hi, everyone. Harry here to talk about the timing of the Fulton County trial and its implications for all the trials against Donald Trump. And the implications, in a word, kind of suck, as I understand it. All right. The latest development is that Fani Willis, the Fulton County DA, has come in with a motion to Judge Scott McAfee saying, let's set our trial for August 5th, 2024. And this is, by the way, completely consistent with what she said last week that struck me as very surprising and a departure from where she had been of this trial will probably not be completed until late 2024 or early 2025. And for sure, if it starts in August, it won't be. She says it's a 4-month trial. And moreover, there's got to be time to select a jury, time for the defense. So if something starts in August, it's pretty much guaranteed that there won't be a verdict on it in time for the election. So that will deprive the American people of the important piece of information about whether Trump is a felon under Georgia law. Now, recall that she previously had been saying, we'll do all 19 defendants. We'll do them in 2 weeks. You know, this was like basically she was going to do them last month. And then the two defendants pleaded out. And that's where things were left. But now her time seems a fair bit more leisurely. Or there is another interpretation, but it's also unsatisfactory. But the other interpretation is she's chosen August as the sort of first clear date as she looks over the whole calendar that she can put a marker in, this is me, and nobody else mess with it. Who would be the somebody else? Well, most importantly, the federal trials for the January 6th case and the Mar-A-Lago case. And the Mar-A-Lago case right now, and she refers to both of them, the January 6th case is set for early March. The Mar-A-Lago case is right now set for May 20th. But here's the thing about the Mar-A-Lago case. Everybody understands it's not going to happen on May 20th. And indeed, just last week, Aileen Cannon has granted huge extensions in interim deadlines that will almost guarantee that the time for actually starting the trial will be commensurately pushed back, but she declined to actually change that trial date. There are different interpretations, but certainly one is she didn't want to do anything that could then create a motion for recusal by the United States. So it just looks like she's messing with interim deadlines. What's the big deal? But the big deal is that it's almost certain that come time for the trial, or at least come April 1st, there's then going to be all this litigation about classified procedures. She's going to indulge Trump's request to make that take a while. And now, if Fani Willis has her trial begin August 5th, and she now has a marker there, and that trial goes into November, what does that mean for the Mar-A-Lago trial? It means there is no way that it even begins until after the election. So that means all of a sudden, from a situation just a week ago where it looked like the Mar-A-Lago trial at least had room, and the United States was saying we can definitely try it and soon. And the Fulton County case looked like the prosecutors wanted to go with it quickly with the remaining defendants. It now appears that the landscape is such that neither of them is at all likely to be tried to a verdict anyway by the November election. And therefore, the American people just will not know whether those charges, and they're both pretty strong, the Mar-A-Lago ones especially strong, actually are going to be returned by a jury against Donald Trump. So that redoubles and redoubles the focus and the pressure on the January 6th trial with Tanya Chutkin that is supposed to start in March. Might give a little, but that's the one that really is, it was the most likely. Now it's the overwhelmingly most likely candidate to produce a guilty verdict before November 2024. Things can always happen with that, of course. Delays can occur, but now it really looks like that's where the focus is going to be. And, the Mar-A-Lago case had the advantage of being, and it is kind of open and shut. Of course, he took classified documents. Of course, he wasn't supposed to. And the January 6th case, while righteous and while really capturing conduct that is at the core of what made him evil as a president and should keep him from ever holding public office again, nevertheless implicates certain tricky legal issues and is less straightforward. So, all our sort of focus for a conviction before the election now pretty much goes to that case. So quite a lot of pressure, just contingencies, if they occur, become much more damaging because they pose the prospect of no trial other than the civil ones. There's a civil fraud one now, and there's the defamation trial. And there is, by the way, I should note, newly in play, the New York DA case involving the payment of hush money to Stormy Daniels, but that's really not such an important case. It concerns conduct before he took the presidency. Really, the focus now has to be the January 6th trial, and it really looks as if both Fulton County and the Mar-A-Lago case are unlikely to finish before November 2024 presidential election. Talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video and other Talking Feds content, please take a second to like and subscribe. Talk to you later.